Hey guys, I wanted to give you a little bit more feedback on what I'm looking for the Being Cultured. This here that you see is Salvador Dali. And I got introduced to Salvador Dali when I was in North Carolina. I had a student came to me, I taught AP European History, and they said, hey, you said that we should always look to add things for our essays and stuff like this to add credibility to our work. And could we watch this video in class today? And I said, okay, well, we'll see. And so we got to class, and I was like, okay, guys, we got these notes to cover, but there's this really interesting video that so-and-so found. We can play that. I'm going to let you guys decide. I was shocked that they did not want to hear me speak, but they wanted to go to the video. And so it starts off, and there is an egg on the shore in Spain on a beach, and you see the water roll in, splash up against the egg, and the water rolls out. And the water rolls in, splashes against the egg, and the water rolls out. And the water rolls in, splashes against the egg, and the water rolls out. And the water rolls in. And my students were looking at me. I'm looking at this video, and I'm like, I don't know, I've never seen it before. And it was from the library, so it was met the school's approval. And so we hit fast forward, and for the next 15 minutes, it was just this water splashing against the egg. And I think the thing I'm going to show you some of the pieces here while I talk. The thing that really amazed me was the fact that he talked in the third person, and he would always refer to himself as Salvador Dali believes and Salvador Dali thinks, and it became a running joke. And it was a number of years later, I was on my first cruise with my wife, and they had a art auction. And my wife said, I'd really like to go to that. I can understand if you don't want to. And I was like, you know what, I'll walk you down there and I'll probably do something else. And then when we got there, they said they're going to be giving away Salvador Dali posters for those people who stay. And I said, Salvador Dali, okay, I'm staying. And I stayed and I got the posters brought back. And he just became, like I said, a running joke for me. Well, I was at a sociology conference in St. Petersburg, Florida, and there's a Salvador Dali museum there. And I was like, you know what? Why not? I got an hour in between these meetings every day. I could probably take one day and spend an hour there. Instead of going to lunch, I'll go to the museum. Well, I went to the museum and I was blown away because what I thought was going to be an hour actually was about 5. And I got lost. It was so mesmerizing, some of his pieces, and you could hear about his story of his life and why he did some of the things that he did. I'm going to show you probably one of my more famous ones that I really enjoyed was this one. This is Gala contemplating the Mediterranean Sea. The woman that you see in the middle, that is his wife, Gala, and he was madly in love with her, even though that she wasn't so in love with him. She basically used him for his money and his fame. In fact, he built her a castle, and sometimes she would allow him to come to stay with her. She is 70 in this picture. And in the painting, he said that he painted her as he saw her. And in his mind, she was the most beautiful woman in the world. And he has a fascination with butts, and as you can see here. And also, if you take a look where the sun is, you see this element of God and angels. And he also had this as well because he was excommunicated by the Catholic Church. And then later on in his life, he was trying to get back in and trying to win favors with it. The thing that truly amazed me in a lot of his pieces is that there are hidden meanings. And so we were told to back all the way into the back and then take a look at this. And you can get this from 2 different ways. You can squint, or you can take a look at the lower corner, and you can, when you squint or take a look at the lower corner, you can see Abraham Lincoln. And he was also fascinated with Abraham Lincoln. This is what I want you to get out of this being cultured. You might not like what you do. It might be one of these things that you're like, oh my gosh, this is so stupid. But the thing is that the idea behind it is to broaden horizons. And sometimes the things that shock us or the things that we think are stupid might actually be something that influences later on in life. I think anytime that we step beyond our normal comfort zone and broaden our viewpoint of the world, we become better for it. All right, I'll see you in class.